Information on heart and heart disease is critical, and it really needs to be made public. People need to be able to get their hands on it.
If something were to happen to somebody in my family or to me, and there was something that we could have done and did not do, I feel terrible.
It is never too late to try to modify your risk factors. Even if you already have heart trouble, it is never too late.
Learn how to help protect your heart with this important information kit. It's yours free. Just visit yourheartinfo.com or call 1-866-246-0400 and learn what you can do to help reduce your risk for a heart attack and stroke.
Once I become like a teacher, I think I'm teaching people and helping educate them. And the goal would be that they take that information and not only share it with their families, but their families' families. So this information would grow. I hope everybody gets this message from this. It's so, so important.
First impressions, I thought he was kind of a tough, hip kind of fella.
Oh, gosh. I've known Michael since dirt. Chop block.
Wait,
yeah, chop block. Don't break it.
Mike Talbert didn't seem like someone who would have heart trouble. He was in pretty good shape, he tried to eat right, but like millions of people, he was living dangerously and didn't know it. Mike's story can show you the importance of learning the factors that increase your risk for heart attack and stroke. You'll also find out about this free information kit, which can help you help your heart.
I was at work and I received a phone call from my sister, and she said, "Sister, you're never going to believe where I am." I said, "Where are you?" I thought she found a good sale, and she said, "We're at the hospital."
I had never woken up or been woken up by feeling so bad.
When I got to the hospital, Dr. Cedarholm told us that Michael had blockage in his arteries, and he even showed us a diagram, 97% here and the percentage here, and my sister fainted when he's telling this.
I've seen people have heart attacks that don't smoke, have high cholesterol, or do not even have a family history of it.
I was shocked, scared for Michael.
I saw fear in Mike's eyes, but then we all had that fear.
My first thought was, damn glad it's not me.
When I first heard about Mike, I was taken aback because he seemed so healthy.
He's not like some of us that are obviously overweight, and you would think more prone to a situation like that.
After the whole thing was over, I was up in the room. He said it would have been a massive heart attack. The light was shining on me that day for whatever reason.
It's today the day. It's next month the day. You know, when is the time?
It is very important that patients understand their risk factors and understand how these risk factors may affect their life and the likelihood that they may develop heart disease.
Unfortunately, with patients that are at risk for heart disease, a lot of them don't know that they're at risk, when I actually will have to sit there and point them out and say, you know, you have 4 or 5 risk factors here.
You know, unless something really happens to you or close to you and your family, you really don't make the connection.
To Michael's credit, he's not become a nag, but he certainly has made it clear that some of my habits aren't the healthiest, and he's not afraid to vocalize that.
Everybody's going to surround you and tell you how much we're concerned about your weight.
This is
and everything.
an intervention, a medical intervention.
This is medical. This is a heart intervention.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
I think everybody's seen the light. You know, these are the risk factors. You have problems in your family or with yourself. You need to be made more aware of it.
Do you feel better?
I feel wonderful. I feel like more energy than ever before. I don't really think, now that I think back on it prior to the incident, that I would have been able to even do this without
huffing and puffing.
I'm glad Michael's doing something about it. I'm glad the rest of our family and friends are doing something about it.
It's made me change my life too, and I think it'll make everybody change their life once they realize get the right information and realize what it really means.
People don't take care of their hearts. Unfortunately, their vehicles are much more important. High cholesterol is going to clog up your arteries. Dirty oil is going to clog up your engine. Either way, It's a big risk factor, and you don't want to deal with either one.
Cholesterol is one way of finding out if your heart is diseased. You thought, well, if you smoked, that would be an influence. If you ate really, really bad, that would be an influence. If you didn't ever exercise or do anything, that would be an influence. Well, we weren't really in those categories.
It's scary to think that there are no symptoms of heart disease.
The end game is the heart attack. Everything before that is heart disease.
No matter what, the information is vital. Getting people to understand it is vital.
Well, this is a great little reference book.
Diabetes. I didn't realize the impact of that, and diabetes is something that runs in a lot of families. High blood pressure. My husband has high blood pressure, and that makes him, with the high cholesterol, have to be extremely serious about his heart. We all need to read this.
I know there's information available out there, and I think for myself, I've been afraid to look at that and to look into it because I was afraid to find out how unhealthy I really am.
People my age have married children now and grandkids, and it's like another door is opened up in our lives. And we don't want to, shut it too early.
He realizes, I've been given this second chance. He still is our Michael. He's a wonderful fellow, and he's still able to do and make you laugh. But his priorities, I believe, have changed.
Now that we're aware that Curtis has this small problem, Michael has a problem, we will continue to harass, usually in a joking way, but in a serious way too, where they'd realize, or we all realize, that this is no laughing matter.
And I think we're all thankful that if it's going to happen, it happened. No, I'm not saying that happened. I said that already. I'm just saying.
We are always surprised when we see someone who has as much blockage as Michael's, who has never, ever had a problem before. It always just seems so unfair, but yet, in reality, it is something I see quite often. Cholesterol can take a nice, healthy artery and deposit a fatty substance called plaque. This plaque could cause the artery to block off. People need to be aware of some of the factors that put them at greater risk for having a heart attack or stroke.